Coming up, the stories that matter most to you. Corpus Christi's timeline to avoid water curtailment is tightening. A key groundwater project is under protest and falling short on supply. What city leaders say happens next.
And the fate of a school improvement plan now rests with district leaders. Neighborhood News reporter Stephanie Molina was at the school board meeting and has what leaders decided. Chris 6 Sunrise starts now.
Well, hey there, good Wednesday morning, everyone. You are watching Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for waking up with the Hoffmans today. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. Guess who else you get to wake up with this morning? That's right, we have meteorologist Stephen Jones back with us today. Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Morning.
Well, good morning, you guys. You know, I'm not too bad. Already had a Girl Scout cookie this morning. It's shaping up to be pretty good out there. And weather-wise, we're pretty calm today. It's looking just about perfect in my mind. The only thing that's not perfect today is going to be that wind. It's going to be a little bit breezy out there. It already is, in fact, as that cold front's working through the area. Here's a live view from our USS Lexington cam, thanks to First Community Bank. 61 degrees on the board. Can't really tell the cold front moved through there, but you can definitely tell it in terms of the winds. They're out of the north-northeast, 24 miles an hour right now. As we look over by SPID, it's flowing nice and smooth as we're heading out for our Wednesday morning. Just a few cars on that roadway, so no slowdowns to worry about as of right now. Here's a look at some of those temperatures in your inland neighborhoods. Upper 50s there in Hebronville as well as Rockport, but across the board for most of us coming in those lower 60s this morning. Here's a plan for the rest of the day, chasing about 70 degrees for that daytime high. Also notice the wind going to be sticking with us into the afternoon. Slightly gets a little bit better, but still 20 to 25 miles an hour you're going to be noticing out there this afternoon. Here's our current roadway situation. SPID coming in the clear, but Saratoga, a couple of minor slowdowns there, especially closer to Weber and Everhard over there. And as you get up closer to Rodfield, but for the most part, it's still good in green traffic flow. Just keep the jacket handy for our windy Wednesday ahead.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen. Appreciate it. So the city of Corpus Christi's efforts to avoid water curtailment have been a major snag. The Evangeline Groundwater Project, one of the city's key solutions to preventing a water emergency, now facing that formal protest we told you about yesterday. The city of Sinton and St. Paul Water Supply Corporation have filed challenges against the project's permits. The city has already paid $169 million for water rights, but the protest must be resolved before construction can begin. City Manager Peter Zanoni warned about the critical timeline.
So delayed much beyond February 6th. That means the project doesn't start, and then the end date of trying to get water beginning in November won't happen. And so it increases the risk that the region will go into curtailment.
So making matters worse, city officials now say the Evangeline project would only provide 4 million gallons a day, not the promised 12 million. The city needs 60 million gallons of new water daily to avoid a level 1 emergency by November. With Evangeline in limbo, the city is focusing on its existing groundwater programs and considering expanding its western well field.
Now, folks, if we go into a level 1 water emergency, City of Corpus Christi water customers would face curtailment. Simply put, it means our water would be drastically cut back by the city. According to the city's drought contingency plan, a level 1 water emergency can be declared by the city manager or a designee. It can be declared if it's determined that the city is within 180 days of not being able to meet its water demands. Under curtailment, water use would be reduced by 25%. Residential water customers would face a monthly charge of $4 for every 1,000 gallons above 7,000 gallons. The city would also contact wholesale and large volume water users about mandatory measures to reduce their water consumption. Now, under level 1 water emergency, watering of all landscaped areas wouldn't be allowed. Use of water to wash vehicles, motorcycles, boats, trailers, or others that would apply would be banned. And for businesses, use of water for things not related to their business process would be prohibited. For example, washing equipment would not be allowed.
I'm your Kingsville Neighborhood News reporter, Stephanie Molina. I've been covering the school district since Aviator was proposed, then rejected. Now the school district passed a school improvement plan to address its F rating and budget by realigning the elementary schools. I'll explain what was discussed Tuesday's board meeting. The school improvement plan passed unanimously. This means that Nick M. Harrell and Jesus R. Perez elementary schools will be closing for the 2026-2027 school year. From there, KISD will restart Clayburg Elementary for pre-K to 2nd grade and repurpose Harvey Elementary for 3rd to 5th grade. The staff at all elementary schools would now have to reapply for their jobs. I spoke to a Kingsville neighbor who tells me they were all for the district's plan, but still have questions.
I mean, yeah, you can close Harold and Pettis and all that, but I mean, then what? You know, they've got to have a plan for that if they're going to start next fall. You know, you can't just throw it together like in August.
Additionally, the district plans to implement more higher quality instruction material for students. For more information on the meeting, head over to our website at kristv.com. In Kingsville, I'm Stephanie Molina, KRIS 6 News.
Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning, Coastal Bend. Taking a live look from our studio Skycam now. We've got the new Harbor Bridge in view as well as downtown Corpus Christi. Still fairly cool out there this morning, or maybe a little bit more mild as a proper term. 61 degrees on the board. Those winds, though, out of the north-northeast at 24 miles an hour. That's where you can tell that cold front has moved through the area. Still moving through a couple of our southern counties, but going to be pretty breezy as we're going through the rest of our Wednesday in the wake of that cold front. Here's our current winds: 18 miles an hour in Rockport, 24 miles an hour here in Corpus Christi, leading the pack, 13 miles an hour as you're over in Kingsville, so still fairly breezy across the entire area. And looking at those temperatures, you can't really tell that cold front moved through the area as of right now. 57 in George West and Beeville, 60 degrees over at the Naval Air Station, 62 for Port Aransas. As we work our way over towards Kingsville, also coming in at 61 degrees, so we're still fairly warm out there. Can't really see the cold front there, but you can see it in terms of the dew points out there and the moisture in our atmosphere. If you look off to the north, you notice those more brown colors, the dry air that's working in the wake of that cold front. We're down to 33 degrees for that dew point in Beeville. Here in Corpus Christi and Portland, we're both still sitting at 51 and then 56 as you make your way into some of our southern viewing areas. So still some moisture in the air for the south, but as we go into the rest of today, that cold front going to continue its trek and bringing the dry air into the rest of us. Here's planning out the rest of our Wednesday. We're going to start to see a good amount of sunshine. We've got a decent amount of cloud cover this morning right now. It's going to start to clear out as we head towards about 11 a.m. or so, especially into noon, and that's where we're going to see plenty of sunshine, pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine across the entire coastal bend. That pushes our temperatures right on up towards about 70 degrees for the daytime high, but also notice those winds going to be hanging out of the northeast, 15 upwards of 20 miles an hour, and that's the sustained wind. Those wind gusts going to get a little bit higher, even pushing 30 miles an hour at times. Here's a look at how to plan it out for your Wednesday. You can see those wind gusts topping out near that 30 mile an hour mark through the noon hour, and then slowly starting to decrease as we go into this afternoon, a little bit more into tonight, and then going to continue that into tomorrow. So luckily not going to be quite as breezy tomorrow, but still going to be just looking about perfect. So today, I think looking about perfect other than that wind. Tomorrow, looking perfect because we don't have that wind. Then as we go into the weekend, maybe a little bit warmer than some of us would like, but either way, not too bad, chasing 80 degrees by Saturday. And as we're getting ready to watch football there on Sunday, we're going to maintain these warmer than normal temperatures as we're rolling into the second week of February. Going to be seeing those lower 80s for Monday, even into Tuesday. Overnight lows also following that same trend from the lower 40s to start off the 7-day, chasing 60 degrees by next Monday night.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill. With the partial government shutdown now over, now the question is, can Congress pass immigration enforcement reform? If they don't, it could spell big funding trouble for the Department of Homeland Security. We explain next.
Welcome back, folks. So authorities in southern Arizona are investigating possible ransom communications tied to the disappearance of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie's mother. So KGUN, that's a Scripps station over in Tucson, they received a ransom note referencing Nancy Guthrie's Savannah's mom. So it makes a specific demand for several $1 million in Bitcoin by Thursday and threatens to kill her if payment is not received by Monday. It also makes specific reference to 2 pieces of evidence at the crime scene. KGUN has forwarded the full contents of the note to investigators, and authorities say that Nancy Guthrie was last seen Saturday night at her home in Tucson, where she lives alone. Officials say that concerns were raised when the 84-year-old failed to attend church on Sunday. And Senator Mitch McConnell checked himself into a hospital to be evaluated Monday night after experiencing flu-like symptoms last weekend. That's according to a spokesperson for the 83-year-old Republican Kentucky senator. McConnell checked himself in out of an abundance of caution. His office said that the former Senate GOP leader has a positive prognosis, is in regular contact with his staff, and looks forward to returning to Senate business.
This morning, the federal government is back open after a partial government shutdown ended. Most of the government had been closed since Saturday. However, long-term funding for the Department of Homeland Security remains in doubt, with Democrats demanding changes to immigration enforcement. Our Joe St. George reports on the likelihood a bipartisan deal gets done before the Department of Homeland Security faces the possibility of another shutdown.
The latest shutdown may be over, but a new funding fight has emerged.
Next week and the week after will be intense. The two sides are pretty far apart, as you know.
The Department of Homeland Security, which operates TSA at airports, FEMA, as well as immigration operations, is set to run out of funding in less than 2 weeks. Democrats funded that department for a limited time because of a demand for reform following multiple fatal shootings in Minnesota by immigration officers.
Taxpayer dollars should not be spent to brutalize and kill American citizens.
But there are serious questions about whether a deal can be struck before then, with members of Congress telling the Scripps News Group that any deal in such a short time frame will be difficult.
I'm not optimistic.
Many Democrats are demanding new policies like body camera use, a commitment to follow standard warrant procedures, and limits on mask wearing by immigration agents. Body cameras may be one area of agreement. In recent days, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem has sent body cameras to field officers in Minneapolis, while President Trump has praised their usefulness.
They generally tend to be good for law enforcement because people can't lie about what's happening.
But other demands, like changes to warrant procedures and limits on mask wearing, may be more challenging. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has indicated that restrictions on masks may put officers in danger. If by February 13th no deal occurs, TSA agents at airports could once again be forced to work without pay, and FEMA's disaster relief fund could be strained should national emergencies occur. Immigration enforcement operations would likely continue, though, in a funding lapse. During the government shutdown last fall, ICE agents were paid using funds from President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Well, hey there, and happy Wednesday, Coastal Bend. Taking a live look now from our Snoopy's Pier Skycam, thanks to Matthew CCAC. 60 degrees on the board, winds out of the northeast 9 miles an hour with a good dose of cloud cover overhead. That's going to remain around for the next few hours, but then as we head into the later morning hours towards about lunch, should start to work off further towards the south. Here's where we're waking up this morning in terms of those temperatures. 60s around Corpus Christi, 61 degrees in Ingleside, 61 for Kingsville, 61 for Robstown. But as you work your way a little further north, starting to see more of those 50s on the board. 59 in Mathis, and then 57 for both George West and Beeville to start off our Wednesday morning. Here's a look at those dew points where you can see a little more clearly that cold front is actually working into the area. 43-degree dew point in Orange Grove, 33 in Beeville, and then you quickly rise as you work your way a little further south. 51 here in Corpus Christi, 56 to the south in Falfurrias still, and 58 over by the Naval Air Station. Those are also going to drop as we continue to see this cold front work through the area. Here it is on the big weather picture. You can see with that cold front sitting over the coastal bend and into South Texas, not making too much progress right now in our neck of the woods, but still is continuing off towards the southeast, and we're going to be cooler today as a result of it, only chasing about 70 degrees for that daytime high, potentially even 71 by about that 4 p.m. hour, but I don't think anybody's going to be complaining about it whenever we got towards 80 degrees yesterday. For our wind gusts going into today, though, it's going to be pretty breezy in the wake of this cold front as it's working through. We're going to see some of those wind gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour through these next few hours, especially into that lunchtime time frame, and that's where we start to see them slowly decrease as we go through the rest of the afternoon, and they're going to continue to decrease into tonight and tomorrow. So today looking just about perfect, chasing 70 degrees, but not so perfect whenever we have that strong wind. Tomorrow we're still going to be chasing the 70 degrees, and we're not going to have that strong wind in place. For our current Doppler radar situation, here's where that cold front is sitting. You can see it pretty clearly off in the Gulf right now. That's where all of the rain is over the waters in the Gulf. That's where it's going to remain, unfortunately, as we're going through our Wednesday. I know we all need a little more rain working into the area, but right now on the tail end of the system, not expecting too much of a dose of rain in our neck of the woods. That cloud cover does start to leave us, though, as we head towards about 10 to 11 a.m., working off towards towards the south. Daytime highs chase 71 degrees, if not a little lower today, closer to the coast. And then as we go into the overnight hours, under these clear skies, going to see those overnight lows pushing the upper 30s, if not the lower 40s for us for tonight's overnight lows. So a little chillier by the time we're heading into tomorrow morning, and some cool mornings to start off our days. Probably keep the jacket handy, but either way, by the afternoons, we're going to be chasing about 80 degrees by Friday and continuing that into the weekend, as well as the second week of February with overnight lows chasing 60 degrees by next Monday night.
When veterans need help, the hardest part can be knowing where to start. So for this week's Veterans in Focus, I'll show you how a new tool is changing that for veterans in our neighborhoods.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
There's so much information online, and when you actually need help, it can feel pretty overwhelming, trying to sort through posts, links, and pages just to find the right resource. That's why for this week's Veterans in Focus, I'll show you how a local group created a powerful new online tool designed to cut through all the clutter and make help easier to find. So it's called the Coastal Bend Veterans Resource Guide. Military Order of the Purple Heart Chapter 598 created it to be simple and easy to use. And as the group's commander showed me, you can even pull it up on your phone. It's nice and organized, first of all.
What we decided to do is compile all of it, put different categories, and then make it on a website so that way they can save it, they can share it, have access to it easier than trying to scroll back through Facebook to find those resources.
So the guide covers all kinds of different categories like housing and food assistance, daily needs, peer support, and also employment and education, among other things. Now, when you click on a category, it takes you to a list of services available in your neighborhood. As you were putting this together, is there any resources that you were pleasantly surprised about?
I was super surprised by how many peer support networks there are, and I think those are super vital. There's nothing better than peer-to-peer support.
And you know, Barker knows that firsthand. If you've watched our Veterans in Focus segments, then you've seen me interview him about the outreach efforts he and his group are involved in. But there was a time when he needed help too.
Really what it boils down to is that peer-to-peer, right? That's what got me out of the dark days, was another veteran. We're not going to stand up here at the top of the hole with our hand out and be like, hey, just grab my hand. You know, veterans get down in there with you and like, hey, let me show you the way out. Our hope is that this veteran guide is going to be it's our way of getting in the hole with you and like, hey, we're going to show you the way out.
Now, folks, I posted a link to the Coastal Bend Veterans Resource Guide on our website, or you can go to moph598.org/resources.
Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning. Taking a live look now from our Snoopy Skycam, thanks to Matthew CCAC. 60 degrees on the board, winds out of the northeast about 9 miles an hour, and a good amount of cloud cover overhead. That's going to be sticking with us for the next few hours, but then we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine into our Wednesday afternoon. Here's a look over by SPID. You can see a few more cars heading out on this roadway, but still flowing nice and smooth both on the Harbor Bridge and over by SPID. And as we're looking at those temperatures you're waking up to, going to be in the upper 50s for most of us, if not the lower 60s. 56 degrees over in Hebbronville, going to be our coolest temperature as of right now, but also fairly breezy out there. 10 to 15 miles an hour for most of us. Here in Corpus Christi, coming in around 24 miles an hour. Here's a look at some of those roadways as of right now. Not tracking too much in terms of those slowdowns, just some mainly minor slowdowns over towards Saratoga. So let's get a closer look both on Ocean Drive and SPID, not running into any issues, but Saratoga itself, just some minor slowdowns, especially over closer to the schools and over closer to Rodfield. But other than that, looking like a pretty good and green morning as of right now on SPID and Crosstown Expressway. Just keep that jacket handy for the 60s and those breezy winds into our entire Wednesday. Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones. Taking a live look now from our Snoopy Skycam, thanks to Matthew CCAC. You can see the cloud cover overhead still in place, going to remain with us for a few more hours. Temperatures out there not too bad though, 60 degrees and winds out of the northeast 9 miles an hour. We do have the cold front working through all of us, dealing with that wind out of the north, about 15 to 20 miles an hour for the most part. For our temperatures we're waking up to though, 50s as you work your way inland, 60s along the coast, 60 degrees at the Naval Air Station, 61 for here in Corpus Corpus Christi and Ingleside. 56 as you work your way off to the north in George West, 57 in Beeville, and then down to the south in Falfurrias, still coming in at about 63 degrees. You can see the cold front a little bit more clearly, though, on our dew points right now. Starting to see those dew points in Robstown and Rockport come down a little bit further. We're sitting at 33 in Beeville, 51 in Portland, 51 here in Corpus Christi, but as you work your way over to the Naval Air Station, 58 for that dew point. So you can see a little bit more moisture off to the south. As we go through these next few hours, that dry air is going to continue funneling into the area. Here's our big weather picture. You can see the cold front overhead slowly working its way to the southeast here in Corpus Christi, and that's where most of the rain is isolated over the Gulf right now, over the waters. That's where it's going to remain as we're going through our Wednesday, unfortunately. For our dog walking forecast today, we've got Loki, Riggs, and Blue. These are actually my sister's dogs. I've done some dog sitting for them. They are pretty wonderful dogs, actually. They're very sweet in terms of that. And as we're looking at the temperatures for their walk over there in Ingleside, going to be on the climb, 59 degrees to 60 degrees by 9 to 10 a.m., then 66 degrees on the board by that noon hour, so not going to be too bad for Loki, Riggs, and Blue as we're going through our Wednesday, I think. For our wind gusts, though, they're going to be pretty breezy out there. 33 miles an hour as we're kicking off our day, slowly starting to crawl down the board as we're going through the rest of our Wednesday. Still upwards of 25 miles an hour by the time we're in the evening dinner time frame. By tonight in the overnight hours, holding on to still a decent 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gusts. So not going to be entirely breezy compared to the 30 mile an hour wind gusts we're having this morning, but still fairly breezy out there. For our daytime highs this afternoon, though, nonetheless, the sunshine going to get us up to about 70 degrees here in Corpus Christi, even those upper 60s towards Aransas Pass and Port Aransas, maybe as high as about 73 degrees in areas like Kingsville, but overall, I don't think anybody's going to be complaining about room temperature as we're heading into our Wednesday. Here's a look at that current radar. You can see all of that rain isolated over the Gulf like we talked about, and that's where it's going to remain. Here's our current future tracker. That cloud cover starts to leave by about 10 to 11 a.m., but in terms of rain here in the coastal bend, not going to be seeing too much as you work your way inland. Just that wall-to-wall sunshine as we're going into the afternoon, and the clear skies overhead are actually going to help us cool off even more as we go into tonight. Some of those overnight lows chasing the mid-40s here in Corpus Christi, potentially even the upper 30s for some of our northern viewing areas. So I want to be mindful, another chilly night on the way and some chilly mornings as we're going to be kicking off this first week of February, of course. The 40s the next few days, and those slowly going to crawl up on the board as we're going through the rest of the 7-day forecast. Daytime highs also doing that from about 70 these next 2 days to 80 by the time we're heading into Saturday and Sunday. And as we go into that second week of February, holding on to those lower 80s with overnight lows chasing the 60s by the time we're heading into early next week.
So we talk a lot about artificial intelligence, right? But how do we actually use it here at Chris 6? Coming up on Sunrise, Claire Benitez Cortez pulls back the curtain to our newsroom and shows us how AI helps us work smarter and get the stories for you faster.
You've probably seen this message on one of our stories on ChrisTV.com saying that we've used AI to convert this story for the platform. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez, and I'm going to show you how we use AI in this newsroom.
First is first, what story am I covering today? Here's a look at all the stories the newsroom is covering. Everyone helps report and write these stories for our show or future shows, which end up on our website, ChrisTV.com, by the end of the day. So today I get to report on threats local organizations who help underserved communities are facing with rising ICE tensions. I set up an interview, and now I'm on my way with my photographer, Mike. We get to the interview location, and I speak with 2 local organization leaders who tell me what happened. After conducting the interview and getting all the necessary details, we get some extra video of the location. We now go back to the news station to start writing. I download the interviews on my laptop and start listening to the interviews and start writing the story for the show. The format for TV is different. We write in all caps and log our sound in lowercase, using commands to help me understand when I'm going to read it on the prompter. Now, this is where AI helps us. I'm going to use a software that converts my broadcast script into AP style for our website. Once I copy and paste it here, I wait for a little bit, then boom, the story I just wrote in our broadcast format has been reformatted, saving me about an hour of time. I then read it, make sure the context is accurate and good to go. I then take the digital copy and add it to our website for an article to be published later on in the day. And because we want to be transparent with you all, we make sure to add this message. Now, we don't only have this software to help us do our jobs at Chris 6. We have several, including ones that help our sister station, Caja Telemundo. They're able to use this bot to translate the story one of our reporters did for Chris 6 from English to Spanish. Once it's translated, the editor will use a bot to have an AI voice say it in Spanish, like this.
Compile all of it.
Lo que decidimos hacer fue recopilar toda la información.
Our Telemundo team is small, so AI helps them be able to use our content produced for Chris 6 and add it to their shows, which is in Spanish.
I hope I gave you some insight on how we use AI in our newsroom. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and reach out to us. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Clara Benitez Cortez.
Well, good Wednesday morning there, Coastal Bend, taking a live look from our SPID Skycam now. 61 degrees on the board, and those winds out of the north-northeast, 24 miles an hour. Definitely breezy as we're kicking off our day. Starting to see a few more cars on the roadways out there, but not too bad as we're heading into our Wednesday. Here's a look at some of those current temperatures out there right now. 61 degrees here in Corpus Christi, matching that for Kingsville this morning. 60 as we're over in Port Aransas and the Naval Air Station. The rest of us coming in the 50s there in Beeville, about 57 degrees. Winds out of the north-northeast for all of us fairly breezy, around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Strongest here in Corpus Christi right now around that 24 mile an hour mark. For our Doppler radar situation, in terms of the rain, most of it isolated over the waters in the Gulf. Seeing just a few specks of green close to the coast there, but overall not expecting too much in terms of rainfall totals today. Going to see those rain chances remain at the bottom of the board as we're going through the next 24 hours, unfortunately. Not going to see too much rain for us, it looks like. Here's planning out the rest of our Wednesday, though. We are going to be seeing a pretty windy Wednesday in the wake of that cold front. Winds about 15 to 20 miles an hour, and now this is sustained winds. We're going to be seeing some of those wind gusts get upwards of 30 miles an hour at times, especially through that noon hour before we chase that daytime high around 70 degrees. So a pretty windy and warm Wednesday for us. The rest of the week looking pretty good, though. I'll break down all of that in the 7-day forecast coming up.
Coming up, the stories that matter most to you. The clock is ticking for the city's efforts to avoid water curtailment. A key groundwater project now under protest and falling short on supply, too. What city leaders say happens next.
I'm Stephanie Molina in Kingsville. The fate of the school improvement plan is on the hands of the district. I attended Tuesday's school board meeting to find out for you.
Now, 20 minutes of non-stop news, sponsored by Ewald Kubota.
Hey there, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. Folks, you just saw we have plenty of neighborhood news for you this morning. But first, we got to check in with meteorologist Stephen Jones. He is back for us this Wednesday. Oh my God.
Wednesday, folks.
Oh yes, Wednesday morning. Good morning, Stephen.
Morning.
Well, good morning, you guys. You know, I don't think you're too far off, though, this Wednesday. Feeling quite a bit like a Thursday to me. You know, the weather's pretty good out there for it. We're coming in towards the end of the week already, and things are just coming up. They're looking even better as we're heading into the weekend. First, let's start off with our Wednesday morning, though, now out there. Here's a live look at our USS Lexington cam. Thank you to First Community Bank for this view. You can see the new Harbor Bridge out there. A few cars on it, but flowing nice and smooth. No slowdowns there this morning. Just maybe still worthy of holding on to the jacket at that 59-degree mark, so keep that in mind. Here's over by SPID. You can see a few more cars on that roadway, but still flowing nice and smooth also over here for our Wednesday morning. Here's those temperatures as you're waking up today. 59 degrees in Rockport, also in Port Aransas and Alice are going to match that. 61 for Kingsville, and 60s closer to the coast is the story we're seeing. Here's a look at those current roadways. You can see a couple of slowdowns down there on Saratoga, really only that medium slowdown though, and then as you come up to the stoplights, SPID and Ocean Drive both coming in the clear, so mainly a good and green Wednesday morning. Just hold on to that jacket for our windy Wednesday.
I'm your Kingsville Neighborhood News reporter, Stephanie Molina. I've been covering the school district since Avator was proposed, then rejected. Now the school district passed a school improvement plan to address its F rating and budget by realigning the elementary schools. I'll explain what was discussed Tuesday's board meeting.
The district lacks a comprehensive multi-year strategic planning process that sets measurable goals.
I was just wondering, you know, what the plan is for those people that may be displaced.
Those were the public comments made during the Kingsville Independent School District Board meeting on Tuesday evening. The main item on the agenda was the school improvement plan.
The motion passes the vote is 7-0.
With it passing unanimously, this means elementary schools Harold and Perez will be closing for the 2026 school year. From there, KISD will restart Clayburg Elementary for pre-K to second grade and repurpose Harvey Elementary for third to fifth grade. Superintendent Dr. Luz Martinez says what led to this is their F rating, lack of enrollment, and a $4.2 million budget deficit.
Consolidating the schools will potentially save us between $1.5 and $2 million.
For all the staff in the elementary schools, they will now have to reapply for their jobs. The district also plans to add 8 more instructional days to the following school year, but it will not interfere with the teacher's 187-day contract. The district plans to implement more higher quality instructional material for students. Additionally, during the meeting, a memorandum of understanding was approved with Community Action Corporation of South Texas for them to lease the facility of Harold Elementary. Although many Kingsville neighbors were all for the district's plan, they still have questions as to what this means for the future.
I mean, yeah, you can close Harold and Pettis and all that, but I mean, then what? You know, they've got to have a plan for that if they're going to start next fall. You know, you can't just throw it together like in August.
For more information on the meeting, head over to our website at christv.com. In Kingsville, I'm Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
Stephanie, thank you so much. The city of Corpus Christi's efforts to avoid water curtailment have hit a major snag. The Evangeline Groundwater Project, one of the city's key solutions to prevent a water emergency, is now facing formal protests. The City of Sinton and St. Paul Water Supply Corporation have filed challenges against the project's permits. The city has already paid $169 million for water rights, but the protest must be resolved before construction can begin. And City Manager Peter Zanoni warned about the critical timeline.
So delayed much beyond February 6th. That means the project doesn't start, and then the end date of trying to get water beginning in November won't happen, and so it increases the risk that the region will go into curtailment.
Making matters worse, city officials now say the Evangeline project would only provide 4 million gallons a day, not the promised 12 million. The city needs 60 million gallons of new water daily to avoid a level 1 emergency by November. With Evangeline in limbo, the city is focusing on its existing groundwater program and considering expanding its western well field.
All right, so our neighbors across the coastal bend, everyone's been reaching out to us with some tough questions about our ongoing drought situation. And many of you are asking, what happens when we run out of groundwater? What if the water just stops coming to our homes? Well, Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber talks with an expert in depth on the years-long drought that's pushing our water supply to the limit.
Is that something that is kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel for us? Maybe. They're not.
Yikes. Well, hey, tonight at 6, Steph is answering your questions with some hard science. She's looking at the data behind our drought conditions and shows us another Texas city that faced a similar water crisis nearly 30 years ago. Find out what we can learn from their experience and get answers to your questions tonight on Chris 6 News at 6.
Well, good Wednesday morning there, Coastal Bend. Taking a live look from our Snoopy Skycam thanks to Matthew CCAC. It's a cloudy one as we're starting off our day, but either way, it's going to leave us as we're heading into the afternoon. Right now sitting at 60 degrees and those winds around 10 miles an hour here at Snoopy Skycam, but here in Corpus Christi still reading around that 20-mile-an-hour mark, so things are pretty breezy out there. Here's our temperatures across the entire region this morning. 56 degrees in George West as well as Beeville, 60 over in Robstown, 57 for San Diego, 59 as you're waking up in Port Aransas this Wednesday, so not too bad, but you can see that cold front working through a little bit more clearly on the dew points out there. 32 is what we're down to for that dew point in Beeville, 45 in Rockport, 43 in Robstown, or 43 in Orange Grove, pardon me. Here in Corpus Christi and Portland also starting to come down to that 44-degree mark, so just clearly seeing the drier air start to work into the area. That's all in the wake of this cold front you can see on the big weather picture. Right now working through the coastal bend and further off to the south and the east, keeping all of the rain associated with it well off to to the east over the waters right now of the Gulf. That's where it's going to remain as we're going through the rest of our Wednesday, unfortunately. For our wind gusts, though, it's going to be a windy one in the wake of that cold front, up to the 30s as we're going through these next couple of hours, potentially with some of these wind gusts. As we head through the afternoon and evening, slowly start to see them crawl down on the board. By tonight, around 10 to 20 miles an hour, but as we go into tomorrow, closer to that 5 to upwards of 15-mile-an-hour mark. So tomorrow looking pretty great for us. Today, we're going to be chasing about room temperature, 71 degrees for that daytime high. Just a little too windy for my taste, so just about perfect. But as we go into tomorrow, these daytime highs are going to look pretty similar. I think tomorrow looking just about perfect for sure. For our future tracker, though, here's where that cloud cover starts to leave us as we head into 10 to 11 a.m. That works off towards the south through the rest of the day, and then we're going to see wall-to-wall sunshine here in the coastal bend. Daytime highs pushing that 70-degree mark, but the clear skies overhead, that's actually going to help cool us off even more as we go into tonight. We're going to see those overnight lows dipping potentially into the upper 30s for some of our northern neighborhoods in the coastal bend. Here in Corpus Christi, expecting those mid 40s for us, so it's not as bad. Not going to be freezing. I don't think anybody's can complain compared to what we saw last week. Here's where we are on the upper levels. You can see this trough, the low pressure, that colder air working into the south, but by the time we're heading into the weekend, this ridge of high pressure building in from Mexico, that's going to help us warm up right on into the 80s and then going to maintain that 80s trend as we're going into the second week of February. So here's where we're looking on the current 7-day forecast. You can see tomorrow still chasing that room temperature mark, 70 degrees, plenty of sunshine. The wind's not going to be quite as strong. As we're heading into the weekend, temperatures rebound in towards those 80s, the lower 80s for us for Saturday and Sunday as we're getting ready to go out there and watch football. Overnight lows following the same trend, slowly climbing towards that 60-degree mark potentially by Monday night and holding on to those lower 80s, 83 degrees by Tuesday.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
All right, to start out this list, the House has passed a massive funding package on Tuesday, ending the brief government shutdown. The legislation went through by a vote of 217 to 214. President Trump quickly signed it into law. The bill ensures full-year funding for the federal government through the end of September and short-term funding for the Department of Homeland Security for 2 weeks.
Senator Mitch McConnell checked himself into a hospital to be evaluated Monday night after experiencing flu-like symptoms last weekend. That's according to a spokesperson for the 83-year-old Republican Kentucky senator. McConnell checked himself in out of an abundance of caution, though. His office said the former Senate GOP leader has a positive prognosis, is in regular contact with his staff, and looks forward to returning to Senate business.
Authorities in southern Arizona are investigating the possible ransom communications tied to the disappearance of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie's mother. KGUN, the Scripps station in Tucson, received a ransom note referencing Nancy Guthrie, Savannah's mom. It makes a specific demand for several $1 million in Bitcoin by Thursday and threatens to kill her if payment is not received by Monday. It also makes specific reference to 2 pieces of evidence at the crime scene. KGUN has forwarded the full contents of the note to investigators and authorities. Now, Nancy Guthrie was last seen Saturday night at her home in Tucson, where she lives alone. Officials say concerns were raised when the 84-year-old failed to attend church on Sunday.
The man who was found guilty of trying to assassinate President Donald Trump on a Florida golf course is set to be sentenced today. Ryan Ruth was spotted by Secret Service agents hiding in the bushes with a rifle and a backpack. Ruth told jurors in his closing arguments that he didn't intend to kill anyone that day. Ruth represented himself at the trial, but the judge required standby defense attorneys to be present during the case to help Ruth if he asked for it. He faces life in prison.
The Milano Cortina Olympics officially the opening ceremony might not be until Friday, but the games begin today. The first event includes mixed doubles curling. Team USA will compete on Thursday to give Norway and Switzerland ski jumping, snowboarding, figure skating, and ice hockey will also kick off before the official launch of the games. The Winter Olympics run through February 27th, and you can catch them right here, in fact, on KRIS 6.
If you've ever wondered how prepared your neighborhood really is for an emergency, this one's for you. The city of Robstown is hosting Town Talk and Tea tonight with Mayor Mary Ann Sines, City Council, and Fire Chief Javier Zapata. They'll walk through evacuation routes, explain the STEER program, also known as the State of Texas Emergency Assistance Registry, and how to get emergency alerts straight to your phone. It's happening today from 5:30 to 6:30 at Robstown City Hall Chambers. That's at 101 East Main.
The Super Bowl, the Winter Olympics, award shows. There are a lot of reasons right now why you might want to upgrade your TV. And the good news is that moving up to a bigger TV this year does not require a Super Bowl-sized budget.
Shopper Tomas Vargas is thinking big for the big game.
Next time, honestly, I'm going over 85 inches.
You're going to get that big, huh?
Yeah, the prices are not that bad now compared to many years ago.
Retailers like Best Buy are advertising steep markdowns, like 85-inch TCLs as low as $679, and up to $2,100 in savings on select LG OLED TVs. At Walmart, game day deals include a Philips 75-inch TV for $378 and a 65-inch TCL for less than $300. CNET's Daisha Milden says you'll find the biggest savings on 2025 models.
I would check multiple retailers. It's a really good time to comparison shop.
CNET found the top reason people upgrade is screen size. Most people now opt for 65 inches or bigger, so measure first.
And then see, when you sit about 9 feet back, does that feel comfortable for you? Are you squinching your eyes? Does it feel too close?
TVs are getting massive.
116 inches this one is.
And more vivid, as seen at the CES Tech event earlier this year.
These TVs will be able to help you see their legs in motion with the sharpness and clarity as though you were sitting on the side of the field.
The newest TVs won't be on sale until the fall. Meantime, save with solid budget options like a 50-inch Hisense for about $300. But if you have the room and the budget, oh my goodness, this is a 100-inch TV. Best Buy has some 100-inch deals down near $1,000, so you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
Jason Kelce is getting his hands dirty in a new Super Bowl ad for his company, Garage Beer. The spot is a nod to the iconic Budweiser Clydesdales. Kelce and former Philadelphia Eagles teammate Bo Allen play the guys tasked with shoveling what the horses leave behind.
Hey, Kels, you got a little something on your face.
I get it?
No, the other side.
That's terrible. That's so bad. And you know, the 60-second ad titled The Brotherly Shovel ends with Kelce, as you can see, smearing horse manure across his face. And Jason Kelce and his brother Travis are co-owners of the company. I know it's not real. I hope it's not real.
Yeah.
I hope it's like chocolate or something. But don't forget, folks, you can catch the Super Bowl this Sunday right here on Chris 6.
That's not something I wanted to see first thing in the morning. I am sorry. I apologize for us, folks. I did not want to see that first thing. Maybe during the Super Bowl, it's a funny gag, but man, we're trying to have breakfast,
maybe it's
coffee.
chocolate. Right?
Yeah,
That's not what they're implying.
Yeah, that wasn't the best video for early in the morning, but it's getting fun seeing all these commercials that they're getting ready to come out with. So it's going to be a good weekend as we're heading into it. Not only for what we're going to be able to view, but for the weather also. It's looking really good out there. We're going to be nice and warm. If anybody's been feeling winter a little bit too long, we're going to be chasing 80 degrees already by Saturday. Here's a live look at our Wednesday morning, though, from our studio sky cam. You can see downtown Corpus Christi and the bay there. Just a nice view as we're starting off our Wednesday morning. The sun getting ready to come up. Still worthy of holding on to the jacket out there. 60 degrees on the board, but when you take into account a wind out of the north about 25 miles an hour, things are pretty chilly out there right now. For our Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network now, looking at some of these temperatures on the south side, 61 degrees is what we're reading for most of us over there by San Benito Drive. Pebble Beach Drive coming in at about 60 degrees. Off to the north in Beeville, a slight bit cooler up there. 57 is what we're reading from our Beeville reporting station. 57 also going to match that over at Hilltop Road this morning. You can see the cold front a little bit more clear though in terms of our dew points with the dry air working into the area. Beeville sitting at 32 degrees for that dew point, 43 over in Orange Grove. Going to match that 43 for Portland and Corpus Christi this morning with more of those 50s as you work your way a little bit further to the south. Here's our big weather picture. You can see that cold front did move through the area slowly now off towards the south and east, taking the majority of that rain with it. We're not seeing too much inland. It's going to be remaining over the water with what you're seeing right now, unfortunately. For our dog walking forecast this Wednesday, today we've got Loki, Riggs, and Blue here on the screen. These are actually my sister's pups. I've done some dog sitting for them, and they are just wonderful pups for sure. Looking at their temperatures for that walk over there in Ingleside, not going to be too bad though. 60 degrees by 9 a.m., 66 already by the time we're heading into that lunchtime hour. So 60s out there, not too bad in terms of temperatures, just the breeze out there is going to be fairly significant. Here's the wind gusts we're expecting through the next few hours, 30 to 35 miles an hour. So that might be the only thing to stray you away from the dog walk today. But as we go through the rest of the afternoon and into the overnight hours, slowly seeing them crawl down the board towards about 15 miles an hour or so as we head into tonight. So that's where we're going to start to see some lighter winds, and heading into tomorrow, we're going to see some pretty similar daytime highs to what we're chasing right now. Chasing the upper 60s over in Rockport and Port Aransas, about 71 here in Corpus Christi, forecasting 73 for areas like Kingsville and off towards the south in Falfurrias today. For our future tracker, you can see most of that rain really remaining off towards the coast and off over the waters of the Gulf there. That cloud cover is really all we're going to be seeing into the coastal bend. With that cloud cover clearing out about 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., then we're going to see wall-to-wall sunshine as we head into this afternoon. Daytime highs chase the 70s before tonight. We could even see some upper 30s return to some northern portions of the coastal bend thanks to all the clear skies overhead. So going to be some pretty chilly mornings on the way as we're heading through these next couple of mornings, but as we head in towards the weekend, that's where we start to warm up pretty nicely. Here's a look at our current 7-day forecast. You can see 70 degrees by tomorrow, even 80 degrees on the board by that time we're heading into Saturday. Going to hold on to the warm temperatures as we're getting ready to watch some football on Sunday, and then as we head into that second week of February, looking a little bit more like spring, 82 and 83 degrees. I got to ask, do y'all think the 80s are too soon, making their way back into
Never
Never.
too soon. But it looks like the groundhog might have been wrong. Right?
Yeah, at least for the coastal bend, right?
He doesn't have, the best percentage of accuracy, but he's always fun to definitely see what he has to say.
That's why we listen to you, Stephen.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're our favorite groundhog. Well, hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. We will see you at noon today, but if not, have a fantastic Wednesday.